Welcome back to the MrShowTym podcast, and in this Saffas versus Yanks series, we're going to be comparing American sporting codes to South African sporting codes. In this particular video, we're going to be comparing rugby, which is superior and better, right? More masculine. It's just overall better than this weird American sporting code called the NFL. It's weird because the NFL stands for National Football League, if I'm not mistaken. How can you call a sport a football, yet it's not primarily focused on kicking the ball with your foot? Weird. But hey, that's just how weird Americans are, right? Compared to us South Africans. In the NFL, they wear this whole protective gear and armor. They wear the helmet with the face protective rail, whatever, and then they wear this whole armor, this whole cushion thingy, and thigh pads and knee pads, etc., etc., and they wear gloves. I mean, yeah, it looks good, but somewhat looks good, but why so much armor? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of contact or something? Now, with us South Africans, we play rugby. The only form of protection we wear is shoulder pads, and it only provides cushion for your shoulders, so not as when you make a tackle you don't want to break your collarbone, and maybe the scrum cap at best, which also serves as provides a cushion around your head region, and maybe your mouth guard at best. That's it. But above all, aside from that, we go to war. We do full contact to the point where you hear bodies colliding, you hear this sound. When we do tackles, we do contact because we're not afraid of contact. Another reason why I say rugby is more skilled, requires more skill than the NFL, is when we get a penalty, right? We have three options on the spot: either take a scrum, or to kick into touch to gain territory, or a straight up penalty kick. Now, thing is, when we take a penalty kick, or we have after scoring a try, what you guys call your touchdown, we take the goal kick from whatever position the penalty was conceded. So it might be in front of the pole, or it might be from a very tight angle from the sidelines, and then you have to kick it over from a distance, 30, 40, 50, sometimes even 50 meters out or more, sometimes even 60 meters out. But with NFL, regardless whether you score the try or you get a penalty, they always kick from the middle, from in front of the poles. Ons Suid-Afrikaners ons skop either from either side. But you Americans, julle skop voor die paal. Alles. Nihlezi nikhahlela phambi kwepali. In front of the pole, always. No matter what situation, always in front of the pole. That's weakness in my books. It requires skills from being able to kick from wherever area of the field, from whatever angle, right? And another thing, when you guys get tackled in the NFL, you always replay. It's always like a reset. Sorry, I didn't mean to say replay. I mean reset. You always reset the play. No, in rugby, when you get tackled, it's continuous. It's ongoing, which makes much more exciting, right? And although in NFL there's no according to my understanding, there's no real specific rules on how you make a tackle. You guys, you clothesline each other. You guys take each other's knees out. You guys do shoulder charges. With rugby, there's specific ways on how not to do a tackle. You're not allowed to do clotheslines, no shoulder charges because, player safety. Although I may have to disagree with some of the laws, they're overstepping with they're trying to be a little too safe with the tackle laws, up to a point where I forecast rugby might end up being touch rugby because they're trying to avoid head collisions, player safety. It's becoming a little too soft. But we do live in a soft era. Now I understand, you're trying to prevent serious injuries. I get it, but yeah, let's not overreach World Rugby if you're listening. But yeah, that's just my take on rugby compared to NFL. I've seen some interviews, some clips online, some schools from America coming over to South Africa, and with these rugby programs, these rugby development programs, where these Americans they come over, these college kids, these high school kids, they come and experience our sporting codes, our rugby. And you see the guys, some of our professional athletes, they conduct the whole programs, they show them the different skill sets, and these Americans are impressed. But we South Africans are not impressed by the NFL. We look at the NFL, we're like, oh, guy got tackled, now reset. No, we continue going on. Tongue-in-cheek, Americans, tongue-in-cheek, but rugby is that much more superior than the NFL. But anyway, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. You've been watching the Saffas versus the Yanks series. And thanks for watching. Cheers.